Hello, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here, first of all. I've seen a few new subscribers, so thank you. First of all, somebody told me the other day to turn my phone when I'm recording. Thank you for that. It never even occurred to me. I don't sit and watch my videos over and over or on the TV or anything like that. I see them from start to finish when I edit, so I couldn't believe that, but I totally owe you. Going forward, there's a few things I want to address. I have Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Living Royal Makeup with an underscore in between each word. It has been that for a long time, so at this moment I'm not changing it. I'm going to do, in the near future, honorable mentions for smaller creators that I've found or subscribed or watched, as well as some humor. I'm not going to say that they're all going to be necessarily at the beginning or the end of the video, because there's other things that I'm going to tell you in a minute that I want to kind of show you. You just have to stay tuned. I have been unsubscribing from the bigger YouTubers from back in the day when I first started watching YouTube and doing Instagram, because, well, I know their names. If I want to see something, I can type it in and watch it. But part of the reason that I didn't start YouTube for the longest time is because I was watching those people. They have an image that the general public can't attain. Yeah. With that comes, I've found smaller creators. Some I've been supporting for a while. Some I just started as I go. If you're not on YouTube yourself as a creator, this is why. Because I love it. I enjoy doing it. I love doing my makeup, all that, but it's a huge platform. It's, I guess, work. Yes, the filming and people watching your videos is one part of it, but there's also the importing, exporting, the editing, changing it to the right file format for YouTube. I was going to show in the future, I'm not sure when, the program that I use and some things that you can do with it. I use a rather large program that has a lot of possibilities. A lot of them I do know how to do. It's just that I'm pretty new to actually doing my own YouTube videos. The editing and all of that takes a significant amount of time for me the way it is, so I haven't put all these extra touches on my videos yet, but it's slowly making its way. Something I thought that would be really cool and a little bit different, incorporate, since people can't really travel right now, and some people just can't travel, period, the curiosity and the huge world that's out there. So on my TikTok there's a video of a tubing hill that we have. Quite a few people liked it or messaged me about it. A tubing hill that it has a few different hills, and you can get up to like 40 miles an hour going down it, depending on how much snow we've had, how much it melted, if it's frozen or not, stuff like that. There was actually a time where they had to close it because people were just going way too far. So they have a big embankment at the end so that you can't like go sailing into something you're not supposed to. When they feel that it's not safe anymore, they'll close it, which doesn't happen very often. When it's been a warm day and then it still freezes at night is when it tends to happen. It used to be pretty bad. I mean, they have it set up so that you can really go flying and be just fine. That's kind of the point. I was looking back at that and then I thought, oh, what about the ski hill? So we have a really big ski hill here, and it's all lit up once it gets dark, and it has all different sized trails. They're called like bunny trails, I think, for smaller kids, people that are new to skiing and stuff, all the way up to like the professionals. So it's been unusually warm here, and I won't be able to do that till next year, but I have it in my little thing as something that I want to do. When it starts getting darker in the evening and the night, it's all lit up, and you sometimes can see them blowing snow and stuff. But that's really cool that some people may or may not be interested in, especially with the GoPro. Oh, the boat. So we have a fish and ski boat. We love to go out on the lake. We primarily stick to the lake that's right here by us. because we know that entire body of water. You can't just go into a boat and start cruising around. You have to know the body of water pretty well, because things move, you will hit stumps, rocks, sandbars, so on. We have a balloon glowing rally, and all these hot air balloons go, I mean, these are like professional hot air balloon people, and they come from all over, and they put on a huge show, and they go up in the sky all over the lake and stuff, and they're really cool. Like, there's a big duck one, there's a big Nemo one. In town, they have a whole rib fest and things that you can go to, bands, and that's where people that aren't on the water or can't go on the water, most people go to, because that's where the event is. But we watch it out on the water, and it's amazing. There's somebody that has a houseboat. They do a ski show once or twice a week, and they have a dock that sometimes we jump off of next to a restaurant bar that last year we had to order out, obviously, but we still took it to the sandbar or on the boat or whatever we felt like doing home. I could show you that. We go tubing. Last year our tube popped, and I haven't bought a new one because they're kind of pricey. There's other like big wake boats that people are doing all kinds of tricks and skiing, barefoot, kneeboarding, all that. There's a small airplane that has buoys on it that lands on the water. There's another spot that has a big sandbar that it's kind of a younger crowd. Some of them live on the water. They all gather and they put up a big volleyball net and play volleyball and stuff. So we've got some friends out there, and we've been going there for like since our boys were toddlers, a good 8-10 years at least. The one year they had to drain the lake, and people were out there walking all over the place, you know, trying to find treasure or something, even though you weren't supposed to because of the mold and bacteria in the air from the lake being drained, because it's not normal. I forget why they had to do it. Anyways, we had our own little sandbar that we loved to go to for many years, but then when the lake got back to normal, our spot was kind of washed away a little bit. So we literally take our fold up beach chairs, fold up table, Bluetooth speaker, snacks, all that stuff, and set it all up on the sandbar, and we stay out there for the whole day, sometimes 2 days in a row, not overnight, but from earlier morning to the sun going down. Believe it or not, I love to fish more than anybody, and I'm the only lady in the house besides the husky. I've caught some really nice fish. I can show you if anybody is interested in that. I doubt it. There's the dam, which sometimes is like open full blast. It's kind of cool. The sunrises and sunsets are amazing. Oh, the houses are amazing. Every year I just love looking at them. Well, anyways, that's the gist of it. Well, I thought it would be a cool way to like implement not only like uniqueness and fun, something different, but also so other people can just see like other parts of the, I don't want to say states, but other parts of the world, essentially. And most people, if they're traveling, generally, they aren't coming to Wisconsin. Wisconsin is known, besides for beer, cheese, and the Packers, for, like, peaceful nature, outdoors, up north kind of thing. Where we live is right up our road, actually. There are some people that live on the lake, so it's literally that close. And then further down the road is a park, and then a walking trail, and down that trail is the lake. There used to be a dock there, so we could like easily go in and out. We can still pull up to the shore, so sometimes if my husband and I want to go out early, or I want to go fishing or something, the boys can just walk down there and then we can pick them up from there. I will sit on the boat and jam and whatever while he goes and picks them up otherwise, which doesn't take long, but bearing in mind that the trailer is still on the vehicle. You know, buzz in and out, and then put clips of something random and interesting randomly in my videos. Then you will just have to stay tuned. If anybody has any thoughts or suggestions or something you would like to see, just let me know. If you watched my collection video, our house used to be a duplex, so now it's a single family house with 3 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms. Vlogging style videos, I've been contemplating, since there's random parts of our house that are finished or not finished or in the process, I wasn't too keen on that idea. We'll see. I have a few videos that I have filmed already. They're the ones that I was less fond of. That doesn't mean I'm not going to upload them, because I made myself a promise that I would upload the good and the not so good, because if you don't make mistakes, you don't learn. And I'm not here to be perfect, even though I like my makeup to be. Maybe a little clip here and there when our two cats are acting a fools. Or we have a purebred husky, all white with one blue and one brown eye. You can never go wrong with animals, for the most part. There's a few other things that I have like my little YouTube journal. I wrote them down, and we'll see how it goes. BoxyCharm unboxings, it depends. Mine doesn't tend to come the earliest, so that's why I haven't done it. Even just like learning about around here, we have to dock, load and unload, and the safety protocols and stuff like that. For example, you either have to pay a daily launch fee every time you launch your boat, which is $3 every time, and gets very expensive if you go often, or you can just get the yearly launch for the year and put the sticker on your boat, and then that shows them that you're good for the year. But that is just for our county. If we wanted to go to another county, we would have to pay the launch again. We don't tend to go to many others, because I mean, there's one that we do go to a little bit more up north, but 99% of the time it's here right by us. It's less than a mile from our house, and there's plenty always going on there. You know, like, I don't know what it's like for other states launching and not launching, and permits and stuff like that. Different signs and stuff of invasive species and what you should and shouldn't or are supposed to do, and you know, things you want to see, questions you have, anything like that, good idea, nah, just let me know. Then we will head into doing this, hopefully a better attempt at 2 looks with 1 palette. Yeah, I tried everything possible, wasn't working. So that is that. Enough rambling on. I didn't want to forget anything. Achieving the same look with 2 different palettes. So if you ever see it change a little bit, it's because I like went and got a drink or answered the door or went to the bathroom or something, just so people know that. I'm going to use the Sultry palette, Smoky Eye Edition. Obviously the title will tell you if that's not what I decide to do. I'll zoom you in a little. Yikes. I'm going to start with a detailed brush from Moda. It's a Moda Pro. It was in a set. It's stained. And start with this color. Obviously I did my eyebrows and my eyes are primed. Starting to crease a little bit because I don't set it. I used to use AI primer, but I don't think it's necessary to spend that extra money because concealer works just fine. It's basically just a sticky base so that your shadow sticks better. And to go in quite generously with that color, Dystopian. And a little bit above the crease, starting on the inside. How's everybody doing? Hopefully well. It popped up a little while ago that anybody that is fully vaccinated can start gathering again. So I was wondering how it is in where you all live. I'm not sure how I feel about that. How do they even know? Like, The only reason I got them is because of healthcare, otherwise I'm not sure that I would have. For the record, I got the first one just fine. My arm, I have a picture, my arm was like, had a big red lump on it for a long time, and it was really sore, that was it. The second one, however, I got sick, very sick. Next, I'm just going to go into Twig with a Morphe M321. When I blend a color and another color, I do the 50-50 method. My brush 50% on the color that I already placed and 50% on where I'm blending it into. Then with a Luxie mini flat angle brush, I'm just going to go into Birch, which is right here. Almost always tap off the excess. Depending on what kind of a look you're trying to create, you want more or less blending. By that I mean certain colors, and if you keep blending too much, can just start kind of mushing together and look muddy. Others, you want to blend for days. It's just kind of a learning curve in which I'm brushing up on mine because I used to do it all the time. Then 2020, I probably dropped down to like 50%. Because we have to wear a mask, like walking in the door the entire time, or at work. Doesn't matter if it's 8 or 16 hours. So, kind of stopped doing my makeup, at least glam, because I had most of my face covered and sometimes a shield too, and it's just more sweaty. Yeah. I'm just going to take a clean brush and soften this up a little bit. Does anybody have Fitbit? Because I do. Obviously with my foot I can't go for walks at the moment, but I certainly do in the summer. I love to walk. I will walk forever until my feet hurt. Probably part of my problem. I'm just going to take some of this concealer on a big flat brush because I want to cut that. And I got a little too much. Way too much concealer on my brush, so I'm going to blend it out. I'm totally getting used to, first of all, looking at my recording instead of my mirror, and talking and doing your makeup isn't as easy as it looks, in my opinion. This is specific to the look that I'm trying to create, otherwise I wouldn't go that close to my brow bone. Blend it out a little. Okay, so I'm totally a tape user. This is just like a foolproof way to do it, to be honest. My wings I can do, it's just that my hand doesn't tend to be steady enough. See, I have hooded eyes. I'm going to go back with Dystopian. Just start kind of placing it into the shape that I want it to be. Oh no. You can obviously blow this out as far as you want, make it as big as you want. Personal preference. I was just using another motor brush that I already used. earlier. Nobody misses you. I'm just gonna richen it up a little bit. So that is okay, because now I'm going to use a lighter color back with the Morphe brush and birch. A tip that you could do, and which sometimes I do, is take a pencil brush of some sort. I would use it's not the one I had. I would use like an angle one like this. This isn't a pencil brush, but and create the shape that you want, and then fill it in. Some more birch. I'm gonna keep drinking my water because my eyes are pretty dry. It seems like it. So with the tape there and not being done yet, it looks kind of sloppy, but it will get better. I'm going to kind of clean it up a little bit. Oh man, you mofo. Good enough for now. Then I'm going to take NYX glitter glue, a shimmer shade, Cinder, mother effer. I fix what I just screwed up. So that's all fine and dandy. I just don't like how thick I made this, but that's the way it goes. Okay, I'm going to use just a little bit of black. Really hard to get this the way the color I want it, because I put that freaking shimmer on. And we're just gonna go with it, be as precise. So nothing driving me nuts. That's going to have to be good enough. This is not going as easy as it did the last time I did it. Damn, what did I? This fucking thing.